Hey everybody, so this is just a compilation of a bunch of stuff that I got in the past like month or two. I've been meaning to make this video for a few weeks, but I've been running so behind on things. So yeah, I'd like to do this like a monthly favorites video, but it's been more like 2 months now because of time constraints. So the first thing I have here is Lawless, the Daisy Darlings mini trio. I got 2 of these. And I got them off of Sephora, so I haven't tried them out yet. I thought we could try them out. And basically I bought these because I'm a big fan of Emily Harper's YouTube channel. And she said that the shade, I think she said Butterfly, is in her top 10 favorite lip products. And also she said the Lawless lip glosses are a dupe for the Dior. Which they are still a little bit pricey, but they're not as pricey as Dior. I think Dior is like $40 or something. So the shades we have are Presh, Butterfly, and Velvet. So let's go ahead and swatch these and see what they look like. Say Presh. Seems like it should be fresh, but I'm pretty sure that's a P there. I don't know what Presh means. Let me try to get on a good amount here. So Presh is a light pink. Then we have Velvet. And Velvet is pink also, but it's a little bit darker. So that's Presh and Velvet. And then let's try the Butterfly. Okay, the Butterfly is very, very cool toned. So you can see Presh, it's almost clear. Then we have, what was the second one? Velvet is very pink. And Butterfly is very much a baby pink. So I can see why Emily Harper liked that one a lot, because it is, let me put on some of this Butterfly because I don't have on anything for my lips right now. Because she is always looking for things that are cool toned, and this is a very cool shade of pink. She said these were sold out, but I found them on Sephora, so they must have restocked. So I went ahead and got 2 in case they sell out again, because I wanted to have, like, these are really tiny. I don't think they're going to last very long. But the Butterfly is only available in this kit. So all 3 colors are nice. The Presh is, like I said, it's pink and it has shimmer in it also. It's hard to see the shimmer on camera. But the other 2 do not have shimmer. The Presh is the only one that has a shimmer. But it's almost clear, so it would be really good for a topper. And then, like I said, the Butterfly is just a really gorgeous baby pink, very cool tone pink. So I think that the Presh and the Butterfly are going to be my favorites. And then the Velvet is like, okay, but it's, you know, not my favorite one. But yeah, I really like this. The next thing that I got is from QVC, and it is the Sigma Cool Neutrals palette. I just thought the colors were so pretty. I typically don't buy eyeshadow palettes a whole ton because I just have so many already, and I really have to be absolutely in love with the color story in order to feel like I want to buy something, because of, you know, space limitations and already having a lot of palettes and already having a lot that I've destashed and stuff like that. But I thought this one was really cool. And I'm actually wearing it today. So these are the shades, and it comes with a brush too. I didn't try out the brush yet. But these 4 here are the ones that I'm wearing. I have Volcanic in the first half, and then on the outside I have, or no, Superior. This lighter shade here, Superior, is on the inside. On the outside is Volcanic, the dark brown. And then I have the gold one, which is Burst, in the middle for a little shimmer. And then on the corner, on the inner corner, I have Polished. which looks like a shimmer bronze, but it went on just really like glittery. It doesn't have a ton of color in it, it's just really glittery. So I thought we could go ahead and swatch this and see how all of the colors look, since I've only tried a few of them. I need to get a light sometime, like a light to go on my camera or something like that, because the lighting in here at certain times of the day is not great, but this was the only time I had to do this, so apologize for the shadows. So let's take a look at Polished. Superior. And Volcanic. Ooh, pretty. And then we'll try Polished. Brazil. And Harvest. So we have two shimmers, and then Harvest is a matte brown. Then we get into the middle of the palette, and we have Fossil and Laguna, which are, Fossil is kind of a tan, and then Laguna is like a dusty pink shimmer. So that's Fossil and Laguna. And then we have Iris, which is a shimmery, very pale silvery purple. And then we have Talisman under that, which is a really dark brown, which this one is too, but this is a lot more of a warmer brown than this. This is almost like a purpley brown, or like it's really just like a cool tone brown. And then this Onyx is also a dark brown, but it has more of an olive undertone. So we have Talisman and Onyx. I guess Onyx is typically black, but it's not a true black. It's like a dark olive brown, very deep. And then we have just three more, which are Thunder, and that is this beautiful shimmery dark gray. And then we have Angel Wing and Condor. So here is Thunder, Angel Wing, and Condor. So this is typically, this is really like a neutrals palette largely, which I typically shy away from, because like if I'm going to buy an eyeshadow palette, then I want it to be like really just blow me away wild colors. I like to have blues and stuff like that in there. And also a lot of it is darker shades. There's not a ton of really light shades in here as far as the mattes go. But I don't know, just something about how all the colors look together. It was just really appealing and really pretty. And so I'm going to try to get lots of use out of it. I think my favorite shades are, yeah, definitely Laguna and Iris, which are the shimmer colors of the pink and the purple. But they're muted enough to where they're not like wild out there colors. I feel like they'd be very wearable to still have a neutral look if that's what you want to do. So I'm pretty happy with it. I think it turned out good. And then it has this brush also with a dual end, so this is more like a packing side, and then this would be like, is like really fluffy side. And next is a rebuy. It's not a brand new product, but I just was at, where was I? Was it Walgreens? maybe? Was I at Walgreens? Anyway, I saw that they had Pixi products, and it took me a little bit by surprise. This lip gloss has a cooling effect. It's like almost like minty cool feeling. And I thought that Pixi was only at Target, but maybe they're expanding out now. And so I just picked up a rebuy of my favorite eyeliner pencil for when mine runs out, which is their eyeliner in the shade Sage Gold. And this is my all-time favorite #1 eyeliner. I love to wear this because as a really light-toned person, I feel like this looks a lot better than black because it's not harsh. So it's basically like a semi-dark green, but it has a lot of like bronze in it as well. So you get a little bit of shimmer out of it. And this is my one that I already have that's already open, so I can swatch it for you. This is what it looks like. So it's like a greenish dark bronze color. It's really pretty. I love wearing it. I wear it often, almost as often as I wear makeup anyway, which is increasingly rare because I never have time, but if I could, I would every day because I love it. The next thing I have to show you is something else that I got off of QVC, and it is the Tatcha Serum Stick. So this is something that I really like and I have incorporated into my routine. This is what it looks like. It's just like a white stick that goes on clear. It does make you look shiny. It's something that I wear during the day, but it makes you look shiny. So here's the process that I like to do on the days, again, ever increasingly rare, that I have time to like feel good and get myself spruced up and stuff like that. Is I'll wash my face and then I put on my OC Ocean Eyes roller under my eyes, which I got this in a FabFitFun box, but you can see it's like halfway gone. I'm definitely going to rebuy this when I run out because I love it. It's the one eye product. I hate wearing eye creams. I always seem to get some in my eye. It'll like travel and move up as I'm doing whatever during the day. And I'll end up, you know, getting a little bit in my eye and get my contact blurry. And also eye creams a lot of times are just heavy feeling. I don't like heavy feeling stuff. This, as you can see, is very liquid. It's very lightweight. You don't feel it on after it dries. And so it's something that's just, you know, it has a nice cool metal roller ball. It feels refreshing. So this is something that feels really good. And I use this since I don't use any kind of eye cream. So I'll wash my face, I'll do my eye roller. And then next I'll do my eyebrows, which I use Benefit Precisely My Brow in the lightest shade, the cool light blonde. And then I put this on. So I just put this basically anywhere that I have problem. Like I'll put it in my 11 line here. I'll put it in my forehead. I do under my eyes where I have bags. I do all in my nasolabial and clown lines there where I have like those indentations. And I'll do like under my chin, where my chin and my neck meet there. And again, it does make you look shiny. So I always put this on before primer. And then after I do this, I put on primer. I skipped a step actually. After I wash my face, before I start on the eye roller, I do a neck cream, which the one that I love using these days is by Prey Beauty. And it is the Ageless Throat and Décolletage Serum, décolleté, whatever, serum. And it has a nice roller where you roll it on, and the metal roller, just like with the eye product, it feels very refreshing. It smells good. And yeah, this is a fantastic, I would definitely rebuy this. I got this off of HSN. And then the primer I use is Murad Resurgence Targeted Wrinkle Corrector. Now this actually is not a primer. This is something you're supposed to put it in your wrinkle and then let it sit, and it's supposed to fill in your wrinkle. But I use this as a primer because it's thicker than a regular primer. It's extremely mattifying. It is very blurring. And I like to use it as a primer because I feel like it just makes my skin look better, even better than a regular primer does. So I have a few different primers. I have the Benefit like Poreless. I have the Peter Thomas Roth Skin to Die For. I like that one. I like both of those actually, but this is my all-time favorite that I use as a primer. And then that is all of my steps before I start putting on my makeup. The next items I have are more kind of just like fun lifestyle things. So I was in TJ Maxx and I saw this Secret Garden Organic Sleep Blend Herbal Tea. And it has peppermint, fennel, chamomile, and tulsi. I haven't tried it yet, but I just recently got it, and I was really excited to find it because The Secret Garden is my all-time favorite book. I highly recommend if you haven't read it, and especially if you're someone who loves plants or gardening at all. I read this book because my friend had gifted it to me because she likes The Secret Garden, and she built herself a little secret garden in her backyard. And yeah, I just absolutely fell in love with that book. And it really inspired me for my own gardening. So I love anything Secret Garden themed if I happen to run across it. It just reminds me of what a great time I had reading it. Yeah, and it was so captivating, the story to me, that after I read that book, looking at my phone just seemed so boring. And so after that, I just started reading book after book after book after book. And I am an avid reader now, which I used to be a long time ago. And then for years and years, I wasn't. I got lazy. I got unmotivated. It wasn't doing anything for me. So The Secret Garden got me back into reading. And then the other thing I have is from that brand, what is it called? Simply Southern. So I was camping in St. Mary's with my family, and we went into the little downtown area of St. Mary's and went shopping during the day while we were camping. And we went into all the cute little shops in the downtown area down by the river and everything like that. And they just had a bunch of these. It was in an antique shop, but they also had a lot of really cool stuff that I don't know. I guess everything wasn't all antiques, but I think they probably had, it was because it was a pretty large place, like different sections where different people would rent spaces and be a vendor within that shop. So a lot of things were antique, but they also had like jewelry, crystals, they had some homewares, and they had these guys. So I had to pick them up because I just love turtles and I love stuffed animals, even though I'm old. So I just had fun with that. I enjoyed it. The next thing is also something I got off of QVC, and it is the Elle Leisure Luxe Vegan Leather Weekender Tote Bag. And this is what it looks like. It has two skinny flat straps, and then it has a large shoulder strap that has like a comfort panel. The strap is removable. It has gold hardware. It has buckles. It also has like a braided middle. And I do like it. Inside is just brown. It has two pockets here, and then it has a zipper pocket as well. And then on this side it has a large pocket with a little strap to help keep it closed, which is Velcro. So this bag was $88, and I feel like it was a decent price. It's a pretty good sized bag. I would recommend it if you like this style, if you like the look. For me personally, I liked it at first, but I think I'm going to give this away and not hold on to it. And basically it's just because it's not quite what I wanted. And let me show you what I wanted. Okay. So this is busted the house, but you have to try and imagine what it would look like if it was in really good condition. So when I was in North Carolina and up in the mountains, Andrews, North Carolina, over the summer, I was at this like whitewater rafting place, and they had like a little storefront inside, and they had like used stuff for sale, like kind of like a little small thrift shop. And I found this for $10. And it is about 20 inches long, and it's by this brand called Just Fab. You can see it has a gray liner, Just Fab. and a little zipper pocket. And I bought it because it was only 10 bucks, but I didn't really have an intention of keeping this permanently, but I liked the style of it so much that I decided to buy it to use it as like a visual aid for a model of the kind of bag that I would like to get. As far as why I don't just keep and use this one, it's because it is vegan leather. Unfortunately, vegan leather just does not last, and it is very well worn and beat up. So you can see, like, I don't know if it shows how beat up it is on camera, but like the strap here, for example, you can see how that is all torn up. And there's also like a lot of pieces of the leather coloring. For example, let me see if I can find, I don't know if you can see how there's like chips in it, like right here. There's a chip in it, and there's lots and lots of those because vegan leather just doesn't hold up. And so it's a great bag, but it's just very worn out. So I like the size. Like I said, it's about 20 inches long. It has, you can just carry it like this. I think it originally had a long strap as well because it has these side pieces where you can clip on a strap, but it didn't have that with it anymore. So I have used this as like a marker of what I would like to get, but I want like a crisp new version of it that isn't beat up. Well, this is no longer for sale. So I decided to buy this L1, which is nice, and it's of a comparable size, and it has the shoulder strap. But I feel like this is a little too structured and fancy, and I want something more slouchy and casual, you know? So I went on Poshmark and I found a Just Fab bag because I thought it was the same bag, and I bought it for like 20 bucks, but it turned out to be a different bag. It's by the same brand, but you can see it has a totally different liner. It's also a different color. So this one is more of a cool toned tan, and this one's more of a warm toned tan. Other than that, they are extremely similar. And I bought this one because it's in a lot better shape. So right now, when I'm going out somewhere like on an overnight, or I just want to have a big old bag for something, then this is my go-to that I'm using. I'm not using the $10 one. It's not exactly the same, and since it's from the same brand and it's almost the same bag, again, it is vegan leather, so it's not going to last in the long run. And it does have a couple of minor chips in the leather. But overall, it is in 10 times better condition. So I'm going to use it until it wears out and gets scrungy. But for now, this is my go-to bag. I like how it has, one thing that's really hard to find in my quest for the perfect bag is these flat handles. I like that. A lot of places have round handles, and I don't want the round, I want the flat. And also, I really like this shape. You know, like some bags that I've looked at have like a cylindrical type shape, and I like the slouchy tote bag type shape, like a rectangular tote almost. So I'm trying to find something like that. If you know something that is like, looks just like that, but it's like real leather and it's brand new, please let me know so I can check it out. I have found a couple online that I think I would like, but I haven't bought them yet because they're really expensive and everything. So this was my substitute that I bought first before I found the replacement Just Fab bag. And I think I'm going to give it away because, like I said, it's just a little bit too like business, a little bit too formal, a little bit too, I like something with more of a casual slouchy look to it. But I do think if you like the style of it, that it's a pretty good deal. So this is the front of it. And then this is the back. I do have a couple more things from QVC, which are lips. So let me take this lip off. And I've already tried all these, but I will let you know my opinion about them. The first one we have here is these Doll 10 lips. It actually was a 6-pack, but I gave away 3 of them, so I have these 3. Just because I only wanted to have 3, I don't need 6. So the first one here is in the shade Fabulous. So I'll swatch that. And it is like a muted, dusty, brownish pink. This is what it looks like in the tube, or in the crayon. And then we have this one, which on here and in the tube, it looks like a very cool baby pink. But it goes on clear, almost clear. You can see it, just a tiny hint of color there. And then we have this one, which that's the color on the sticker. The shade is Say Yes. And this is it in the marker, very dark, but you swatch it on and it looks like a grape color. But I was hoping that this one would turn out, when you put it on the lips, to be similar to the cult classic Clinique Black Honey. And this is my favorite out of the 3. So the top one, which is like a taupey pink right here, which is Fabulous. I'm not crazy about it because it's just boring. It's okay, but it's boring. This one turned out really good. You can see it does actually go on as a berry shade. Is it as good as Clinique Black Honey? I've only worn this one, so let me take a closer look. No, I would say it's too light to be Black Honey. It's not quite there. It's a little too, it has not quite enough, which is a little surprising actually, because as you could see on the crayon, it does, and on the sticker, it does look so incredibly dark, but it doesn't translate. It goes on so much lighter than what you would think, which is how the Clinique Black Honey is. It's sheer as well. We're finally getting some decent lighting in here. I'm so sorry for the bad lighting this whole time. The shadows have moved away. The Clinique Black Honey is sheer as well, but it's a little darker than this. But this is my favorite out of the 3, and I do really like it. This one was a little disappointing, and I'll tell you why. So what I thought it was going to be, this light pink one, which is Authentic. I thought Authentic was going to be like a very bright, like peach type color pink, like a very babyish pink, almost like we saw in the Lawless Butterfly. But I hadn't had the Lawless Butterfly yet, so what I did have that I thought, based on the color shown in the picture and the color shown on the sticker, I thought that it was going to be something very similar to the Je ne sais quoi, which this is It Cosmetics Je ne sais quoi in the original color that's just supposed to be adaptable to your lips, but we all know it just turns out that same shade of really, really pretty, like cool pink. The other one that I thought, that I love, that I thought it would be very similar to, is the Givenchy Rose Perfecto. And I'll show you what these look like so you can see what I'm talking about in case you don't have these. I don't think they have this twist up anymore. but they do have the Je ne sais quoi in just like a balm that's in a tube, like a regular lipstick tube. And I think it's just the same thing. It's really nice. So you can see that very bright baby pink. And then let me take that off and I'll show you the Givenchy version of it. I bought the Givenchy because I'm a big Liv Tyler fan. And I was so sad like a few years back when they retired her from their campaign. She's no longer on their ads anymore. She was for years and years and years. And she'd say, "Oh, I'm the Avon lady." I think they should bring her back though. She's still gorgeous and iconic. So this is the Givenchy version of it. Rose Perfecto. Very bright, nice. This one might be a little bit lighter, but it's still pretty nice. So that's what I thought the Doll 10 was going to be like, but it just pretty much goes on clear. I think that I'm going to keep the clear one and just use it as a clear balm whenever I need something clear. I'm going to keep the dark colored one because I do really like that. It's the best one of the lot. And I think I'm going to get rid of Fabulous because it's just blah. There's nothing really excited about it. And then another thing, I have two more things from QVC. And then I think that's it for QVC products. I got, this was another Emily Harper recommendation, and it is the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. And I'm actually going to try this out right now because I forgot to put a mist on after I did my makeup today. And then it comes with, if you get this off of QVC, it comes with blotting papers, which I haven't had blotting papers in forever. But you know, I might use them sometime. I might throw them in my bag or something. I didn't really care about the blotting papers. I just wanted this mist to try out. So this is what it looks like. Very pretty. Ooh. And let's give it a try. Yeah, I like this a lot. It's a super, super fine mist. And so my favorite of all time mist that I try to always keep on hand is the Amora Visca Queen of Hungary mist. I would say this is comparable. It's very enjoyable. I like it a lot. I would definitely buy this again. It has, similar to the Queen of Hungary, just a very, very light scent, and it's not overly sweet or anything like that. It's kind of a, maybe like a violet or something. Speaking of violet, I did also get the Kitsch hair perfume in the shade Sheer Violet, and I've used this a few times, and I really like it. It smells great. I haven't tried any other scents of their hair mist, but this is really nice, and I'm glad I picked this one. The other one that I was curious to try out is the Cherry, but I haven't got it yet. I might get it, I might not at some point, but the Sheer Violet, really nice. Definitely recommend that. And then the last thing of my QVC purchases is by this brand called Flight 70. I had never heard of before. And it's basically, you get this lip liner, and then you get this lipstick. And I guess the lip liner is refillable because they give you a refill. So I just thought this was cool. I thought it's a cool kit. I like that it's refillable. I like the packaging. It has a nice, heavy, weighty feel to it. It has a cool design on it. It looks modern. I like how the lip liner has that stripe of bright green. I think that looks cool. Then it looks like this, and it's not round, it's like flat. And I have worn this once or twice. See if I can do this without a big mirror in front of me. I don't know what they might offer on their own website because I haven't been to it, but on QVC anyway, this was the only color they had available, which is called, let's see, Fame. Let's make sure. Okay, the lip liner is Fame. The lipstick is Tempted. So I like the concept of a lipstick lip liner kit and how they give you a refill. I think that's really cool. The color is kind of plummy, so it reminded me of something that my mom would like. Here's what it looks like. It's quite bright looking, isn't it? And then the liner is a little darker. Did that turn out okay? Yeah. So at first I wasn't sure if I was crazy about it because I was just like, I think I have other stuff that's similar to this. But you know, I kind of held on to it and I'm rethinking that. And I think as I've gotten used to it and used it a few times, I'm actually pretty crazy about it. And another thing that would probably be really cool, because this is a matte, it's not dry or anything like that. You could put like a frost over it and do that. Or you could put like a glitter gloss over it or something like that. You could do different things with it. But I like the bright color because I feel like that really like, it brightens up my face, you know? I think it's pretty cool. I think it turned out good. I'm gonna hold on to that. And I got some of this. This is a rebuy. I've already bought this before. But I definitely recommend. It's only like $7. I got it off Amazon, so it's pretty cheap. But as you can see, it's a pretty small tube too, so it doesn't last super long or anything. And then let's see what else we have here. We still have a lot to go, actually. So this is another time that I was at Walgreens. I happened to come across this. It's by Revlon and it's called Super Lustrous Glimmer. And I just love things that say glimmer on them because there's like this old song my teacher taught us when I was a little kid that's like, down by the river, glimmer, glimmer, I saw a woman, shimmer, shimmer. And it goes like, as had a wooden leg and she couldn't walk home, but I loves her just the same. And I found out she passed away about a year ago. She was like my second grade teacher, but I'll always remember. She was a really nice lady. And I don't know, something about that song just feels like kind of some kind of remnant from the past. It feels like it has a special feeling for some reason, like almost like magical. I don't know, it's hard to explain. But I like anything that says glimmer because it reminds me of that and just feels like special somehow. And also I like, you know, interesting colors of gloss. So I got the blue. Even they had a lot of different colors, but I wanted to get the blue. And yeah, I've been really pleased with it. I like this gloss. And it's Revlon, so it doesn't break the bank, you know. Just a fun little impulse buy that I got at Walgreens. Then I have just a couple things I got off of eBay, and then we're going to get into perfumes and jewelry. So I was at the mall, my local mall one day, and I saw this, and I was like, I have to go ahead and buy it because I had been like eyeing, this is Patricia Nash, and I had been eyeing this specific line of their products for like months, and this was the last thing that they had. I got it from Dillard's. It was the last thing from anything of this particular line that they had, and I knew like, oh, it's selling out and discontinued. So I went ahead and bought this. I'm using it as a makeup bag. It comes with a strap, like a long strap, so you can use it as like a crossbody purse. It has a pocket here and a pocket there, so both sides are the same. And you can put the strap on, but I've been using it as a makeup bag because I feel like the shape of it, to me, it's giving makeup bag. So I have lots of stuff stored in here just from like Notoriously Morbid and stuff like that. So I got this from Dillard's, but I wanted to get the wallet to match, right? And like I said, it was one of those things where like I really, really wanted it. But, you know, there's always like tons of things that you want to buy and you only have finite resources and stuff like that. So I didn't end up getting it before it was basically sold out and discontinued. So I went on eBay and I found the wallet and I got it. I think it's called like Harbor Nights or something like that. Isn't that so pretty? It's printed upside down. This is the back of the wallet, because see, that's... So you turn it around and it's upside down. That's weird. But it's really pretty. I don't mind. And then it opens up. It has all the card slots. I haven't used it yet. I just got it recently. And then it has... This part is a zipper. Yeah, so I was really excited that I could snatch these up before they're gone forever and have a couple pieces from this really pretty line, because it just makes me think about like, I don't know, like France or Italy or something like that, you know? I like stuff like that. So I got that, and then I already have enough makeup erasers, and there are some that are really cute on the Makeup Erasers actual website, but they were sold out of the hydrangea already. And I just thought the hydrangea pattern was so, so pretty that when I saw they had some on eBay, I was like, let me just get two because I really loved the pattern. Also, if you're looking on eBay for makeup erasers, there's one that's like a tropical pattern that's really, really gorgeous also. But I ended up deciding on the hydrangea. So I got two of these for makeup removing. They're so pretty. Really like it a lot. All right, so the next thing we have is, I'll just show you this really quick. I bought this from Hallmark. It's from Loungefly, and I think it's sold out everywhere else, but Hallmark still had some. And I just think it's the cutest thing. Here's the back of it. It says Peanuts Loungefly. I love the silver. The silver and the baby blue reminds me of the 90s. And he's just so cute. And it has the removable strap. You could put your bag charms on here or something. And it's just a little cute bag for when you're going somewhere you don't want something big or heavy, you know. I just couldn't resist. I think it's so adorable. But Hallmark had this. Okay, so the next category of things I got are things that I purchased from the online retailer Edge of Urge. And I do have some opinions about this, okay? So the first thing I got is not a perfume, it's just a hair clip, but I gotta show you this. If you are a Sopranos fan, I saw this and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have that. Just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in, you know? I love Sopranos. It's the best. I thought this is like my all-time favorite hair clip right here. Okay, so now we'll get into the perfumes. So I got 3 perfumes. I got 2 from the brand God's Eye, and I got 1 from a brand called The Drift Collective. Okay, so let's see. The first one I got is a travel size. It's called Thunder Horse. And let's see if it has, yes, it does have the notes on here. It has oud, vetiver, pine tar, and hay. So let's give it a smell. Yeah, it smells great. I really like vetiver a lot, and the vetiver comes through quite strong. That's definitely the strongest part of it. Yeah, that's really up my alley. I like it a lot. I like the fragrance. I love vetiver. I like the names of their perfumes. I like the bottle. The bottle is really pretty. This is the different one I got. The bottle is really pretty, and the names are really beautiful, like Thunder Horse, and it has a bird on it. It just sounds like mysterious or esoteric or something like that, you know? And so it's like appealing. But I have something to say about that. Let's try the other one first, which is Storms. Storms, okay? And let's see what scent notes Storms has. It has agar wood, choya rao, I've never heard of that, tonka, and cedar. I'm not familiar with agar wood, and I have no idea what the heck choya is. This one is a spray bottle. The other one was a roller. This is a spray. Which I do prefer a spray, so that's nice. I wasn't sure if it was going to be or not. Yeah, I don't know what agar wood and choya rao are, so it's hard for me to like say that I recognize anything in this. I wouldn't have guessed cedar, but I'm not, you know, surprised or anything. It probably, I would agree that it has some cedar. It's just not super strong, or like it's blended well with the other stuff. Tonka, I'm not really sure about that. It definitely smells like some kind of woody. It's a woody scent. I can tell you that. And it's really hard to describe. It's definitely not your typical woody fragrance. It's got something extra to it. And whatever it is, it gives you an unusual, kind of like vetiver. You know how vetiver, you smell it and you're like, oh, that's unusual. That's different than what I normally have. And it's kind of nice. This has that same quality, but I just don't really know what it is. I guess it's one of these things that I don't know what they are. But it's really nice, and I do like it. So I do, you know, understand I really, really like these. Now, there are other scents from this same brand that I wanted to try. Am I going to try them now? I'm not sure. Well, if you really like it, why wouldn't you try it? And I'll tell you why. Because I tried to use craft glue to glue this down because it was just coming up so bad. And even the craft glue wouldn't really work. It's loose and it's peeling. As soon as I got it out of the package, it's not because it was sitting in moisture in my house or anything like that. As soon as I took it out of the package, this label was peeling. And I tried to glue it back down, but then you can see, then it makes glue marks and it's ugly. Same thing with this one. You can see the label's peeled all up. So it looks like crap. You think it's gonna, oh, I got the full-size bottle and it's really pretty and it's nice. But then the label's peeling up and then it looks like crap. And listen, these are not cheap. Okay, the little small roller ball, $48. And the full-size perfume, $118. So yes, they do smell really amazing. Yes, I am going to keep them and enjoy them. Will I buy something else from the brand? I'm really not sure, because the one thing I have to say about this is if you're charging $118 for a perfume, you can afford to give your customers a damn halfway decent label, okay? That really annoyed me. But like I said, they do smell amazing. And then the other one I got, let me look up the price of this one because this one was not as bad. The Drift Collective. A dreamy blend of cardamom, iris, and suede with notes of musk and crisp herbs. 50 milliliter. This, by the way, is only 30 milliliter. 30. This is 50. $118, $69. Okay, so this is way more economical. And the label, it's not perfect. It's got a little bend in it right there, like a little fold where it wasn't put on totally correct, but it's not a big deal. It's not peeling up. It's stuck on there good. It's not coming off. I'm happier with this one, okay, because it's a lot better value for what you get, and they didn't send me something that's peeling up look like crap. So we have cardamom, iris, and suede with musk and crisp herbs. That's a lot of stuff. Let's see. I put this on. I already tried it out before, but it's been a minute. There's alcohol. Let me air out the alcohol smell. I can smell the perfume already, but it's mixed in with alcohol. I want to make sure I get... Yeah, I mean, the main thing you smell is the suede and the musk. That's what's strongest. That's what really comes through the most, the suede and the musk. But I feel like the cardamom gives it a little extra richness to it and like rounds out that strongness of suede and musk. And then, yeah, on the like the top of it, there is a crisp green to it. Really nice. I like this a lot. Like I said, I love these. These smell amazing, but I'm just not sure about that price for that quality. But buy some decent labels and let me know, and I'll buy them then. But this one, yeah, that's dreamy. I like this a lot. So that is the perfume section. I have something I got off of Etsy to show you, which I just thought was really, really pretty, and it is a scarf. So let me look up the Etsy shop really quick. I just wanted to show you this. I don't think I'm going to use it. It's called Daughter of Pearl Art. That's the name of the shop. All one word, Daughter of Pearl Art. It was $30 and it's satin. Can you see it? Let me get further away. And I thought that I would just use it as like a tablecloth on something really small that I have here in the house, you know? As you can see, it's a bit transparent. It's pretty see-through, but it's really, really pretty, and it has that satiny, silky feel to it. I really like the all the imagery, the hearts, the rabbit, the flowers, the horse. I just thought it was a really cool look. And then the last thing I have is jewelry. Okay. So actually this first necklace I got off of QVC. Let me look at my order history here so I can get the name right, because it has kind of like a really long name. It says Christian James, but it's Christian James by Scott Grimes for some reason. Christian James by Scott Grimes. And it is a sterling silver message Luciano necklace. And I just thought this was really pretty. A lot of jewelry these days, especially when you get into gold, but this is sterling. A lot of jewelry these days is so dinky, you know? It's so microscopic and so dinky and so frail, and I really liked how this chain is quite substantial. I think it has a nice look. It has a little tag on it here that says 925 and some other stuff. And then, yeah, this is the chain. quite thick and juicy, and it has a unique pattern to it. And then the charm is a little bar, silver bar with a heart cut out of it that says hope. And it is, I believe, an 18-inch chain. Yeah, and I've just been eyeing it for a minute, and then it went on sale. And I said I'm gonna go for it because I think it's really pretty. And it is something that'll last forever. And also, one thing that's nice about buying real jewelry, sterling silver, or, you know, gold plated is not worth shit on a stick. But if you get 10 karat or 14 karat, then it has value. So if you ever don't want it anymore, it's still gonna have value. And you can, you know, sell it to your local jeweler, or send off for one of those places that will buy your jewelry from you, and then you can get money back for it. So it holds value better than junk jewelry, you know. The last piece of jewelry that I got is from Gemini Jewels. Isn't that so pretty? I didn't know it was going to come in such an adorable, cute, awesome little box. I am saving this box for Evs. And then here's the front of it. But I love the little bunny and the heart and stuff like that. And it says Gemini Jewels on the side. Yeah, so this is like a play on the Tiffany's. I don't know if you've ever seen the Tiffany's, but you know, the one from Tiffany's is probably $400 if you get it off eBay or something like that, $300 or $400, because Tiffany's one is 100% sterling silver. This would be hundreds of dollars if it was real, because the chain is very thick, very substantial. But it's not real, only the charm. This part is sterling silver and the rest of it's fake. So it is a lot cheaper than the Tiffany's version. This is only $60. Like I said, you can probably find a Tiffany version of it on eBay for maybe $350 or something like that. But if you've ever seen the Tiffany's one, it says return to Tiffany's on the heart. And this one says please return to heaven. And I like that. So I think it's a 16-inch. I'm pretty sure 16, but it also comes with an extender chain if you want it to be longer than that. But yeah, return to heaven. And I saw this. I'm pretty sure Emily Harper has the same necklace because I think I saw her wearing it with her Kendra Halloween costume. But I actually first saw this and decided to get it when I was looking at the Lisa Says Ga website, but it sold out on there. But then I ended up finding that Gemini Jewels has their own website and they still had it for sale on there. So yeah, these are my two new jewelry purchases. I like them so much, and I feel like they look good together as well. And the links are different enough to where they can, yeah, they go good together, and they're both nice, substantial size chains. And they both have like heavenly messages like return to heaven and hope. So yeah, that is everything I have for this video. I hope you enjoyed checking out all this new stuff with me and, you know, seeing if it is amazing or if it's a dud. And I have lots more video ideas, but I'm going to try my best to get time to do them. Wish me luck with that, and I'll see you again soon.